This is Newcap News with Michaela Henschel.
Well, the streets of Edgerton felt a little empty after the busyness of the weekend's 100th anniversary celebration, but the spirit and the pride felt by the hundreds in attendance remains. Josh Ryan has more on what it means for the village and its residents to look back on a century and say hello to old friends.
Over the course of Edgerton's centennial celebration, there was plenty of emotion upon seeing so many families return to the village they once called home.
It's wonderful. I always cry. I can't believe I think every Anglican minister that was ever here is back.
Families like Tom Craigs, who served as a teacher and counselor for decades and saw his children grow up here.
It's really been super to touch base with a lot of the people that we used to associate with here, and parents of children that I had in my classes at school.
I've been enjoying looking around and seeing what things once were and the history behind stuff.
Despite many returning to Edgerton for the first time in years, interacting with old neighbors came naturally.
I keep hearing from people, I haven't seen them for years, and I thought I recognized them, but as soon as they talked or as soon as they smiled, I knew exactly who they were. So haven't seen them for 30, 40 years.
Many are pleasantly surprised to see the development of the village. The addition of Ribstone Creek Brewery is one of the factors for slow but steady growth over the past decade.
Oil and gas industry took a decline. We weren't reliant on that, so we remained stable with that. But the brewery has obviously been a huge boon for the community, bringing a lot of people, a lot of interest.
And another factor is the time and care devoted to making Edgerton a great place to live by its citizens.
You know that its residents love the town when you come back and it's been improved and there's flowers everywhere and new parks.
There was a real pride taken in the village, and that certainly hasn't changed from what I've seen this weekend.
Josh Ryan, Newcap News.
And among the many features of this weekend's 100-year anniversary was the display of local art. Once again, here's Josh Ryan.
After more than 2 years of planning, gathering resources, and hard work, Edgerton's 100th anniversary has arrived.
To see it actually here, to see the parade, the events happened last night and everything, it does your heart good to see it.
It's arguably the largest gathering in the village's history, combining efforts from local businesses, organizations, and former residents to provide entertainment and historical education for all.
We had lots of local entertainment, so there was scheduling and there was tracking down of people who were interested and sort of lining things up and that kind of thing.
Anyone passing through Edgerton during the Centennial Homecoming weekend can see community spirit is a defining characteristic of the village. However, many would be surprised to learn that art is another.
She had to limit the number of artists and items that they could bring because of the number that were coming forwards.
Over the past 50 years, residents in the area have been able to learn about painting thanks to guest appearances by college instructors. That has helped foster an artistic culture.
So once people get started, if they're interested, they stick with it. It's kind of fun.
There's an encouragement to explore that, and people do, and they do great things with it.
People of various ages and tastes hand in submissions, but a love of their home is clear in all of the work.
And a lot of it is local landscape around the countryside that people are doing. Of course, they do flowers and scenery.
Art displays have long been a mainstay for events in Edgerton, and someday Shoquist hopes that can help raise the village's profile.
I've kind of had a dream in the back of my mind to build an artist tour as a tourism aspect and be able to, we'll provide the locations and they can sign up and come and we'll work with accommodations and that kind of thing.
Some people have it in the library, some places they have it in museums. There's different places they can put the paintings.
Josh Ryan, Newcap News.
And the Border City Petting Zoo got a stripy new addition earlier this month. This is Marty. He is a 1-year-old Grant zebra. He's been a big hit since arriving to the zoo a few weeks ago from Ontario.
The response has been really good. We had lots of people coming out to see Marty. There's lots of good attention happening there.
Marty is adjusting well to his new fame and even making friends with his new roommate.
Oh, he's fitting in quite well. We got him in with Eeyore the donkey, and yeah, they get along quite well. Yeah, they do quite well together. They're good when they're in pairs like that.
The Lloydminster Rescue Squad is an integral part of the community, helping save lives for more than 30 years. We see in this week's edition of Retrospect how the squad has stayed sharp through the decades.
For the past 12 years, the Lloydminster Rescue Squad has played a vital role in the community. 15 members volunteer their time and skills to save lives when every second counts. This weekend, the Lloyd Rescue Squad received top honors in the Saskatchewan Vehicle Extrication Competition held in Big River.
The team actually worked really well together. We got 6 guys that are working hard towards our competition in Vancouver next month, so I think we're going to do really good.
Their impressive display of skill and teamwork has landed the squad a spot in the Western Canadian Finals.
And 20 years on, the squad continues to learn and apply new skills, adapting to new technology.
Since 1997, there's been a lot of changes, especially in extrication with some of the electric cars. We gotta know where to look for batteries, you know, what to do with one of the new hybrid cars.
Chief Namier says the squad has also acquired new tools in recent years to help them save lives.
A lot of the equipment has changed. We have this airboat that we've had for about 10, 12 years, so that's been a huge asset. You know, we're trying to use technology, so we've acquired a drone that has heat-seeking or thermal imaging.
He adds all the training and technology they've gained over the decades couldn't have been possible without the public support. That's all for Retrospect. I'm Brian Lentz.
This is Newcap Sports.
Well, Turtleford presents the last race weekend of the CPCA season before drivers load up and move their barns to Lloydminster for 5 days of finals action. Sunday saw more fast times, and when it was over, the top 4 hadn't changed, but the point spread certainly did. Lance Phillips with more.
If Turtleford's results are any indication, fans of the CPCA will be guaranteed a thrilling ride through the finals weekend and the dash for a Canadian championship. Wayne Knight edged Dallas Dick by 6/100ths of a second to claim day money Sunday, while Ray Mitswing's aggregate time won him a show championship by under half a second, proving just how close drivers are at this point in the season.
Oh, it's awfully tight, especially in the top end between me and Chris Molly and Wayne Knight. Like, we're fighting for the top spot there, and it's just a matter of one guy making a mistake, and that's all she wrote, you know.
I mean, it's tight. One little bobble, anything could happen. I mean, and now 4 days worth of points, it's even bigger.
It comes down to barrel draw. You get hooked with any one of them guys, even it's not even the top 5 guys, it's top 15 guys in our association, top 20. They get on the inside of you. It's such stiff competition. As you look at our times from first to last is less than 2 seconds, right? So that's not much time.
The real competition is for the 4th and last spot in Sunday's championship dash. Jamie Labacane holds a 2.5-point lead over his brother-in-law, BJ Carey, meaning one of the relatives could be on the outside looking in.
You know, you go into these last 4 days of Lloyd, and you know, I got a lot of depth in my barn, so I'm hoping that that'll help me long term. But you know, all you have to do is, you know, have 4 better days than the other guy, and you can climb up there, especially with average points.
Every race is worth points, and it's like any sport, every point counts. And I left some points out there earlier in the year, and like we talked about earlier, and I mean, that's the way it goes. But now it's coming down to the dog days, and just gotta make it happen.
In any sport, little adjustments can be made to gain the upper hand. But is making changes this late in the season a decision drivers make?
No, you can't. I mean, you know, I'm going to be trying to hook, obviously, my best outfits that I have on every respective barrel and try to, you know, place as well as I can.
You start worrying about it and what could be, should be, and then you start messing up, and you take every day as it comes. And, you know, the horses are running good, and if I can just do my job, they'll do theirs. And, you know, hopefully be in that dash come Sunday and run for that truck.
No, you get, you know, that dash day,